Hello, hello. It's Deb, back with another video in the series of how to create your own WordPress website using the Divi theme. If you've been following along, welcome back. If you're new here, I hope I get you motivated and on your way to creating your own site and saving a lot of money. So let's dive right in. So here we are inside of our brand new sample WordPress site. And we have installed the theme, the Divi theme, and updated it, and the child theme. So let's get started. Go to Pages. So we're going to click on Edit. And we're going to use the Divi Builder. Alright. So let it load up here. Now, we can start with a pre-made layout, which is very cool to get you a good head start on your design and what you want to put in there. Plus, it gives you really great ideas on what type of content. So you can go by categories over here, whether you want simple or health and fitness or art and design, education, whatever or you can look through them all. And I'll show you how this works. Just hover over it and it'll scroll and you go, yep, that's nice, but don't want to use that one. But it gives you some ideas. This is an interesting one, but definitely is interior design. I like a lot of them. My problem is this is an example site, it's not something I'm building. Yep, the author pack is pretty nice. Oh. Let's just go with this one for now, because that's pretty cute and I like it. Let's see the other pages. There's the blog, talk with an admin, home page. I like to use the landing page for the home page. It's just much nicer. That's pretty interesting. So let's just go ahead and use this layout. Just because it's cute. And let it load. Okay, so it loaded. Let's go out on the front end. Build on the front end. And see what it looks like. So you could edit the text just by clicking here in the word and change it like I did. But let me show you this. Where it's outlined in green, this is a row. And in this row, there are modules in boxes. And if you click on the gear icon, you can change the wording in there. You can move this around and make it different sizes to make it easier for you. And it would be easier to change the text in here than it would be directly on the page, but you could do it either way. So most of us probably don't want an address on there, so I'll just take that out. I like the way these little menu items are here. So this is where you would edit. Change this here. The button is a part of this. This is a call to action module, and it includes a button in it. So in this particular case, you can see it's a 50-50, and you can move the sections too, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this is a row, and this is a module. This, and you see an empty section, that should tell you that this image is actually in the background of the row. So if we open the row setting, which is the green one here, you have this column, and then this column would be that column. So they set the background color here, click on background, and they did a gradient from a light to a dark. In my opinion, I would lighten this up because I can see there is a background image in there. And then if you wanted to change that image, you would click on the picture and then click the icon, and it'll bring up your pictures. Oh, and they've given you all the pictures too, but if you use the pictures they gave you, it's not going to be very unique because other people could use it too. But that's okay. I mean, the likelihood that someone is going to use the exact same theme that you're using with the exact same pictures is, and that someone is going to stumble on it, is going to be pretty slim. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but if it doesn't suit your niche, what you're going for, what you have to offer, then you definitely want to change the pictures out. If you just want a solid color, you would put the solid color here. This is for gradients, this is for images, and this is for a video. So we'll click this arrow to go back to the two columns, and this one will be your image right here. So you click the gear icon to change it, upload, or whatever you want to do, however you want to replace that image. Click the green button to save what your change is, or the red X area to discard them, so that maybe you made a mistake and I don't want to have this, so you just discard the changes. Be sure to save them though. Alright, so maybe just say I want to get rid of this whole section here. Just click the trash can. This is a video. Settings. This looks like it's an accordion. So each one of these, the top one is open in an accordion. And then here's the school menu, the academic standards, extracurricular, and so on and so forth. And you open these each to change the wording. If you were to go back out, select the next one, change it. Say you don't want one of these, you can just delete it. So I'll discard those changes. Another thing is sometimes they go pretty hog wild on the margins. So you could change it this way, just by dragging and dropping. And in my particular case, if I were actually building this to use this website, I may or may not have a blog, and so I would delete it by clicking this little trash can here, and everything that's in that blue outline will be deleted. Or you could delete just pieces and parts of it. Now this is a blog module, and you can, once you set up your categories, you can choose specific categories just by clicking the ones you want, or select all categories, and it will automatically place them in here. And every time you do a new blog, it will fill the first place, and the other two will move over. And this is your excerpt and elements. You can have your read more feature. Let's turn that on. And see, now it says read more. You could show the author, show the date. I don't recommend showing the date because people don't want to read old stuff, and hopefully what you're writing is timely or evergreen content. Show a comment count. If you're getting a lot of comments, you might want to show that. Let's see what happens when you do that. Is it will say 0 comments. So I don't like showing that. I do like showing the categories, because had I written a blog post, this category may be of interest to them, but they're not interested in this particular first sentence that came in here. You can also show an image, but they don't have the image. But there it is. If they had a featured image in there, it would show up right here. You can change the background color, etc. Just discard what I did, and I will delete that section. Still want to get rid of those. These are widgets. I'll have to go into the widget section of WordPress to remove those. And you can change each of these. Just remember, it's a gear icon, or you could move them just by dragging and dropping, however you want it to go. These you can move too, but you have to move them, since it's an accordion, inside here. It's pretty easy. These little buttons here that don't look like buttons, we'd open it, put your word in there, and then here's where the link goes. We don't have a link for it because we don't have a contact page. But that's where it goes, and then you can choose to open in a new tab or in the same window. And you can change the background color. As you can see, this is that color. And this is an actual button. And you put what you want on the button, what get involved. Here's where you would put the link. Oh, and yeah, so you can make a link go to the top or bottom of the page, anywhere on the page, or out to another page. And designing it, you're going to align it center. You can change how the text looks. You can change the button text size, button text color, this is white, and the background color, which is blue. You select them here, or you can open it, put your color number right here if it's not one of these. Okay. Again, background will be in the settings, background, image, and there it is. Same with this one. Section settings, background. That's the background there. Okay, so this has a double background. So that's where you would change these little, I think it's this part. And then this background, probably be the pencils. Yes, so that's where you would change that. And we can change this one. Get started. Button 1, button 2. There's the link. Button 1, button 2. There's only one, so we put it in the one. Very simple. The hard part is coming up with the wording. But this also, doesn't this give you a great idea on how to put together the page? You go, okay, well, the person's here. I should tell them what it is that I do, or we do, what we have to offer. Call to action. You always want to have a call to action, like get started, and that should go somewhere, whether down the page or to another page. Some blurbs here of things that you feel are important that they should know. A little mission statement. I mean, this in your picture, perhaps, or any type of picture you want to, but it gives you a really good idea of what you can put in here, what you need to think about and write. So it's a really great way to get started. So when you're done, you can click down here in these buttons, and then we save when it's done, or you can just click the exit visual builder and it will prompt you whether you want to save or discard all changes. And this is a really great thing here too, because Divi makes your website responsive, but you can tweak it so that it's even more responsive. Because if you click this, we are on the desktop view, or we could go to the tablet view, or we could go to the phone view. With each of these sizes, we're able to change the paddings, the margins, the headlines, the font sizes, everything so that we can fix it exactly how we want it on each of the views. But we'll dive into all of this later. It's more detailed. Really, you need to play around with it, ask questions. I'm happy to help. Leave your questions in the comments. So that's good to get you started. And if I've been helpful to you, I would totally appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and even subscribe to my channel. It would help me to be able to spread the word, to help more people to be able to build their own WordPress website. Also, If you don't have Divi, leave a comment below and I will randomly select a commenter and give them a lifetime license to the Divi theme. Thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it.